Nagyatád. Nagyatád is a town in Somogy County, Hungary, and the seat of Nagyatád District. Bodvica, Henész and Kivadár are parts of Nagyatád. Etymology. Its name derives from the Turkish word Otto-Hungarian, atia a pa-English father. Geography. It lies on the southern side of Inner Somogy, 60 km south of Lake Balaton on the main road 68. History. Nagyatád was established during the Hungarian conquest by the Horka tribe. However, this region was already inhabited in prehistoric times. It was first mentioned in 1190 in official documents. At that time, the settlement was situated at the northern part of today's Nagyatád. It was also mentioned in 1382 as Populi at Sives in Villathad and was part of Somogy County. It was of Queen Elizabeth. Later it belonged to the Anthony and to the Bathiani family. In 1395 Georgikis de Kavagors got the village. But in 1403 it was already in the hands of Janos Anthony. It got market town rights in 1475 from Matthias Corvinus, and therefore it became an important commercial center. Włodzimir Bathiani and Andras Alapi owned the settlement in 1475. In 1550, it belonged to Christoph Bathiani. Thanks to its favorable location, vivid trade flourished there until the Turkish occupation, when it almost perished. According to the Turkish tax register, there were only 8 households in 1554. Between 1565 and 1571, it listed just 12 houses. Meanwhile, the Hungarian nobles still claimed it as their territory. In 1573, Székely owned it. Between 1598 and 1599, Christoph Petho was its owner. According to the tide register of the Pannonhalma Archabbey, after the expulsion of the Turkish forces, Slovene and Croatian settlers arrived. In 1697, Serbians plundered the village. During Rákóczi's War of Independence, the Franciscans left Nagyatád in 1703. They returned in 1731. It experienced a rapid economic development during the 18th century. In 1744 it got market town rights again. The town changed hands several times until it became Keresztely Lelvach's possession. New operating facilities opened in there. In 1906, thermal water was found 410 in deep, from which its thermal bath grew. The villages of Bodvica, Henész and Kivadár became parts of Nagyatád in 1941. On April 28, 1971, Nagyatád officially became a town. Between 1984 and 1994, Opascani was part of Nagyatád. Economy. Several companies have production facilities in the town, like the Italian-owned wood manufacturer Diofa, the Hungarian Nagyatádi Konzervgyár English tin factory of Nagyatád, EST 1939, the Hungarian sweet manufacturer Chocoland, the Hungarian metal producer Butner, the Hungarian fruit producer Agromarker 2000, and the German deep-frozen bakery. Main sites. Only one long-distance triathlon championship in Hungary in every July, Franciscan Monastery, Holy Cross Church, St. Roch Chapel, Mandel Mansion, Statue Park, Town Museum, Military Park, Thermal Bath and Spa of Nagyatád 32 deg C, 38 deg C, and 42 deg C warm water, especially for treating rheum, gynecological and articular problems. Beach and camping of Nagyatád. Notable residents. Imre Mudin, 1887–1918, Hungarian teacher, soldier, track and field athlete. József Engin, born 1952, Hungarian agriculture engineer, professor, politician. Serena Stern, 1894–1966, Hungarian politician. Nicholas Zambo, 1395, Hungarian treasurer, judged, been treasurer, judged. József Babe, 1898–1956, Hungarian writer, journalist, lists. József Somsic, 1864–1941, Hungarian politician, Minister of Foreign Affairs 1919–1920. István Szabó Nagyatád 1863–1924, Hungarian politician, Minister of Agriculture 1919, 1920–1921, 1922–1924. Peter Arvai, born 1989, Hungarian author. Alexander, born 1976, Hungarian politician. Sports. Timothy Schuch, born 1985, Hungarian handballer. Aniko Kovacic, born 1991, Hungarian handballer. Peter Szakali, born 1986, Hungarian footballer. Hungarian footballer. Ivat Kurux, born 1994, Hungarian handballer. Thomas Borsos, born 1990, Hungarian handballer. Ferenc Fuzesi, born 1960, Hungarian handballer. Cornel Kulcsar, born 1991, Hungarian footballer. Deans Szakali, born 1988, Hungarian footballer. Renata Tobay Syke, born 1978, Hungarian shooter. Flora Pastori, born 1984, Hungarian swimmer. Sport. Nagyatád FC, Association Football Club. Twin towns, sister cities. Nagyatád is twinned with Bodvica, Kovacica, Serbia. Vesica, Serbia. Kreisci, Croatia. By Croatia. Nuslak, Germany. San Vito al Tagliamento, Italy. Targu Secues, Romania. TV Ardosovs, Slovakia.